So I don't know if you guys can tell, like this one just looks more, oh, and this one, like, it's like something's missing. So right there, like especially right here, you can tell that like it just doesn't all blend together like this one. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Stacy. So as you can see by the title, today we're gonna do a little get ready with me. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first thing I'm just gonna do is clip my bangs away. I always like to prep my lips with some type of lip balm or something like that. So today I'm going to be using the Nasiv MD or Nasiv. Okay, if you guys haven't watched my get to know me video, I mentioned how I am bilingual and I speak both languages. Just a disclaimer, I may mispronounce a lot of things, but I try, so don't come at me. It looks like this. And it's just a hydro screen for lips. It says it's meant to hydrate and volumize. So I just use it to prep my lips. So just like that. I have a very, very oily T-zone, but then like the perimeter of my face is very dry. To prep my face before I go in with any type of makeup, I like to go ahead and use a good moisturizer. So one that I recommend that I just love using is the Olay Regenerist Whip, and this one has sunscreen in it and it looks like this. So I love using sunscreen moisturizer versus having a foundation with sunscreen. I think the one I'm using today has sunscreen too, but I'll get into that in a second. Like if I were to have like a preference, I would recommend having the sunscreen in the moisturizer versus your foundation, because you have sunscreen in your foundation and you use that foundation at night, you're gonna get a lot of flashback. So if you ever wonder like, oh my god, why do I look like a ghost, or oh my god, why do I have a white cast on my face, and if your skin complexion is like mine, like, you know, you got that all year round tan, or you have a deeper skin tone, then definitely would recommend doing this. So another question I get all the time is, should I still moisturize even though I have oily skin? Yes, yes, yes. Moisturize no matter what type of skin you have. Of course, the moisturizer is going to depend what skin type you have. Like if you have really dry skin where you're like cracking everywhere, obviously you want a moisturizer that has like that, like just thick, pretty thick consistency. That way, you know, it's like just super creamy, and it really like, because your skin when it's dry is gonna suck it all in. But with that said, if you do use moisturizer like that, use very little of it because it's so thick. You don't want it to be like a really thick layer before you put on the foundation, because then that's gonna look really cakey and really messy. Okay, so I worked in that moisturizer really good. Another place I like to put this on is my neck. A lot of people forget about their neck. Guys, when you start to get older, it's so important to cover your neck. Get that neck. Get it. Don't forget it. Get it, don't forget it. Now that I have my skin prepping, I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I will not go straight in with the foundation because you're just going to end up moving the moisturizer all over the place, and you don't want that. Just gonna clean off my little bitty mirror. I know it's really dirty. I know I say clean off and then it's all dirty back here. That just shows how good I put this to use. So I do have my eyebrows microbladed, and if you guys are interested in learning about, you know, my experience, or you know what my thoughts are, if I recommend it and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. I'll also be posting a poll on my Instagram stories to see if anybody has any specific questions. So I do, like I was saying, I do have them microbladed, but I do like to intensify them just a tad bit. It's a very soft look, which I like when I'm not wearing makeup. Like I wouldn't get it like this permanently where I would have it like that all the time, because I would just then be looking crazy when I don't have any makeup on. This just gives me control on intensifying the look if I wanted to, which in this case I do. I didn't even tell you guys what kind of look I'm doing, did I? I am going to do like a wing liner, just like that super clean wing, pop on some lashes, and just have like lip balm or an actual lip color. I'm going to take this Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel, looks like this, and I'm just going to place this on my little pelitos. I love their eyeliners. Bomb. If you're looking for an eyeliner that doesn't smudge or anything like that, like here or right on the lash line, like the bottom lash line, Tattoo Studio, really good, really affordable, so really recommend that. So now that I have my brows done, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline Master Blur Stick Pore Minimizing Primer. My nose is so dry right now, which is a pretty common thing in this time here where I live. Like I said, I have really oily skin, so it's weird whenever my nose gets flaky like that because I'm not used to seeing it that way. Oh my gosh, my nose is flaky. Okay, so my nose is really flaky, really flaky. So before I even like ignore that or keep going, I like to get a makeup wipe and wipe all the flake off, because if I don't, that's gonna make my makeup look disgusting. I like to just clean that up. What I did was just reapply some moisturizer to my nose and just a tad bit, because I went ahead and cleaned it up. I don't know if you guys can see, like, it's not flaky anymore. It was just super flaky, and I was not about to put on the foundation I'm going to use over that. I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of my primer. Now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. The colors I'm using is 310 Sun Beige and 330, which is a toffee. I have two because I need to mix it to get my perfect match. And I'm just going to apply that in the back of my hand. It's pretty runny. If it was like a full-on coverage, it wouldn't be that runny. Like, it will be pretty thick. I guess I'm gonna have to use my finger. Yep, I have to use my finger. So just to put it out there, guys, it's been a minute since I've done my makeup to get ready. Like, literally, I usually do makeup videos on my Instagram, like little clips and stuff, and also on my TikTok. But you know, the makeup looks I do on there, they're like full-on makeup looks, like full-on, majority of them are like full-on looks where like I'm showing you like cut creases, wings, and you know, stuff like that. Let's check. This does oxidize, just so you guys know, so that looks a tad bit too dark. So just gonna add a little more of that sun beige. Okay, that one looks close. I know, like, the color is very different from my face. My body is a lot darker than my face because of that SPF. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending that out with the beauty sponge. This one is from Morphe. Guys, I love this one. I've tried a couple. I also like to go on my lid, especially when I'm not doing any eyeshadow, but I try not to focus too much right there because we will be going in with concealer here in a second. I forgot this one has a scent to it. It's not that overpowering. It doesn't have like a perfume type of smell or anything like that. I am applying this with the damped beauty sponge. But anyway, I like this beauty sponge because it's bouncy, it's not hard. I've never owned a, what are they called, beauty blenders, because as I mentioned in that get to know me video, again, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I'll link it down below in the description. But I mentioned in that video that I am a huge Drugstore fan. I love finding those good gems. This is just one layer, and you can still see like my acne scars. A lot of these are just acne scars. This is a new puppy that wanted to come out the other day, but this is just one layer. So because I want a little more coverage, I am just going to focus a little more of this tint there. but not too much. I mentioned I have oily skin. I don't touch up during the day, so I like my prepping of when I do my face the first time needs to be on point, because I am not one who touches up throughout the day. I just don't like to, which is why, you know, the moisturizing, the prime, like everything prep is important. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover. I love this concealer. I have the shade Warm Honey. A trick I like to do is extend it out in the end here. That way it can make it look like my eyes are lifted a little bit. I like to conceal the corner of my lips. Sometimes I get a lot of texture there. Not texture, a lot of discoloration there. So another place I get a lot of discoloration is here, right under my lip. And I'm just gonna do my Cupid's bow just a little bit. After I apply that, I like to go in and blend out the concealer except under my eyes. I'm gonna let that sit a little bit, that way I can get the best out of that coverage. I like to use a mirror and look up because I don't like doing that. Just gonna go ahead and set everything. Another Maybelline product. Man, I do have a lot of Maybelline products, not intentional. It's the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, this one. But before I go in with that one, I like to use this Catrice Prime and Fine mattifying powder, waterproof, and it's transparent. So what I like to do with this one, go in like this with my sponge, like that, and then get my mirror again and set my concealer and really like dab in it, like press it down. I was like, why am I thinking of dab? Dab is just, no, we're not dabbing, we're pressing it in, even on my nose. And that's really the only places I like to use this on to really set it. And the rest of my face, I'm gonna use that loose finishing powder. I like to tap it into the cap and then grab a brush like this. This is from BH Cosmetics and it's the number 2. It's the BH Studio Pro. Sorry, it's really dirty, but it's you know, kind of like it fans out, but then it like just sits really nice at the top. There's a lot of like, it's very, como se dice? It's very packed. It's very packed in the middle. So I just dip it and then tap out the excess right in there, because I'm gonna come back in. And then here I like to literally do that. So I was just showing you guys in slow motion. Don't forget the neck. So really pretty much wherever you applied that foundation, you want to set that or it's going to transfer everywhere. And I try not to apply it where I did the Catrice one, because then that's just going to be way too much powder. I don't really like to use this one for baking or anything. If I had to bake, I've been using, what is it called? The Airspun loose face powder. Okay, now that I've done my face and set it, I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner. So if you guys struggle with doing eyeliner looks, I would really recommend doing your eyeliner first and then do your base. You can use a concealer and a very thin brush to clean it up, but because it's a bit tough to then have that concealer blend out and match as if like nothing ever happened. So what I like to do, I like to use, this is the Kat Von D. I will show you what it looks like, but as you can see, like literally the name and everything already came off. What I like to do is look straight ahead in my mirror. I use this mirror so much, which is why it's so dirty. I do this, I know I look crazy, but I do this because I have lashes over here that are pretty long, but they like to like just sit pretty low. So I lift my eye and then do my line. So looking straight ahead, lift and line, lift and line, and that's basically where I'm going to start the wing. I have my pinky resting like this on my cheek to give me control when I'm doing that line. So again, I'm gonna lift. That one came out wonky. There we go. And then I just check. This one looks a little bit higher, so I just go back. And just like that. And then I have my starting point, and then from here what I like to do is fill in the inside. This one is feeling very dry. I'm gonna switch over to the NYX matte liquid liner, this one right here. And if you don't know how to do eyeliner, I would not recommend getting this one because it's a brush. You have to be so precise with this. Like, it's not user friendly for beginners like the Kat Von D one. So going with this one. Okay, so I went ahead and filled that in, and then I'm going to connect my wing. So starting at close to the tip and then drag it down. Just like that. And then if it does look bumpy right here, you can just connect that. Just go ahead and fill it in. Alright, so that's what this one looks like. Now, because I want my wing to be a little sharper, as you can see, it's a little messy. To go ahead and clean up that line, I'm going to use my crown brush. This is the C469 Precision Concealer Brush, and it's like this. I don't like doing this, but I have to if I want my wing to look good. I'm going to get that concealer that I used for my under eye and put it on the back of my hand, and then with my brush, like, tap it in, but at the same time flattening the brush. Don't just like really take that time to flatten it a bit. What I'm going to do is just right here at the tail where it's a little messy. I just placed it like a little further in from where I'm gonna clean it up, and then do a clean swipe. So again, and then I'm actually gonna do a little bit at the top. Just like that. It's gonna wipe off the excess from the brush, just in case if I need to use it on the other side. Alright, so I'm gonna take the eyeliner again and just whip that in. I have to hold my breath for this because it's pretty, like, you know, like any movement you're like, fuck. Just like that. You see how fast that happened? It just went, and I'm happy with it, so I'm just gonna leave it. Now to do the other eye. Since I have my starting point, I'm just gonna fill it in. So at this point, it's really just detailing how, you know, making sure they match, making sure like they're the same length and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and apply my falsies. So I want to go with like a wispy type of look. So I'm going to use this one that a good friend of mine actually makes. She makes her own lashes, she makes her own lipsticks, lip glosses, literally like all sorts of makeup products. She even came out with the skincare line. So I'll go ahead and link her website and everything down below in case you guys are interested. I really enjoy her custom lashes. Like, they're all so different, so many to choose from, but these are the ones I'm using. They're just super wispy. So I'll go ahead and include the name down in the description box below, along with all the other products that I'm using. Everything that is shown in the video I'll include down below in case you guys are interested in trying some out yourself. For the eyelash glue, I'm using the Star Glue Eyelash Adhesive in dark. Guys, I found this on Amazon, and I want to say somebody recommended it on YouTube. I've been using that eyelash glue for like over 3 years now, so I really don't remember who recommended it to me. Not to me, like to her viewers, but I don't regret it. Like, that's such a gem. It's so inexpensive. I think just for one bottle, it's like 2 or 3 something. Less than $5. Okay, we'll just say less than $5. I've tried so many different eyelash glues, and my main issue was the inner corner always popping out. I want to say it did that because my eyes do get watery, and especially here in Texas, you know, we do have seasonal allergies as well. That's what made me really go and find a good eyelash glue. And I tried so many, from Drugstore, from even the duo ones. So many people rave for duo, but I'll use them, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite eyelash glue. This one, when I found it, oh my gosh, like it was amazing. Don't you hate whenever like these are like they still have some eyelash glue on them, and then like the eyelash itself, the eyelash strip doesn't want to come off because of that? Annoying. Another thing about this eyelash glue is it dries really fast. Like it does not take long for it to get tacky. So I know like with duo especially, it takes a long time for that to get tacky. And this one doesn't. Like literally it's ready within freaking 15 seconds, I want to say. When they're not ready to put on, you know, they'll be moving around everywhere. They won't stay put. It's like just, then it like messes up your eye look. And no, I really highly recommend this eyelash glue. I like to get Q-tips to then clean up any eyeliner or glue that might have gotten in my inner corner. So these, I get them from Ulta. They're called the dual tipped cotton applicators. I love these, and these are so good if whenever like you're cleaning up your eyeliner too and you don't have like any base, you don't have your foundation on or anything. Look at that. Look how freaking like pointy these are. So pointy. All right, so now I'm going to use the Inglot black gel liner. I just like to get an angled brush. It's from Ultimate Face Professional. So this is actually from my makeup kit that I got from cosmetology school. I'm sorry for the faces, guys, but this is the reality. This is what I'll be looking like whenever I put eyeliner in my waterline. So I don't know if you guys can tell, like this one just looks more ooh, and this one like it's like something's missing. So right there, like especially right here, you can tell that like it just doesn't all blend together like this one. If you guys didn't know, if you have a product like a gel liner or anything like that, when you use it on the back of your hand, the back of your hand's warming it up because of the natural warmth we have from our body. It makes it a little more creamier, and it'll make it easier for you to apply. Oh, I know what I use this for. Now that it's happening to me right now, I like to use this side to catch, like this side is getting really watery. So if I start feeling like a teardrop's about to fall, I literally pop this in, like I tilt my head and I pop it in on the side and touch my eyeball. If you guys are weird touching your eyeballs, which I don't know why if it's your own eyeball, but I like to put this, like lay it right on my lower lash line and have this soak up that teardrop, and then no teardrops about to ruin your face. I'm gonna go in with my blush. I'm using the Milani baked blush, and this is called Bellissimo Bronze in 06, and it looks like this. It's super pretty. This has become like my favorite blush. But what am I doing? I'm going out of order here. I'm actually gonna go in with the butter bronzer first before that blush, because I like to put the blush on top of the bronzer. This is from Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the color Deep Bronzer. But dang, this smells so good, guys. Like this like literally gives you freaking beach vibes like crazy. So I have cachetes, as you can see. Like I have some pretty perky, not that defined, but I have cachetes, okay? And I like to smile so I can see how high up my cachetes get, like right here, and then go ahead and carve, not really carve, but apply that bronzer under that. So like right there. Sorry if I look creepy, but like right there. So why do I smile instead of doing I don't do the sucked in cheeks because I actually learned this tip from Scott. He's J-Lo's makeup artist. So he says no one on the red carpet or anyone in life is walking around with their cheeks sucked in. So why would you sculpt your face like that? So he likes his clients to smile. That way he can really see like where he needs to define the face. So I'm like, oh my god, genius. That's so true. Like that, just very minimal, very little. And then some on my nose. I don't nose contour either. Like it's rare especially on a daily, right? I just like to pinch. Oh, my brush that I'm using is the Morphe M530. So I like to pinch this and just follow my nose, and that's really it. Going back with my blush, just gonna tap that and go over my bronzer with the same technique, smiling, trying to see where my cheeks actually perk up. So right there, my nose. Now to take care of this, I'm gonna use the Q-tip. I'm just trying to scrape that off because it's dry now, so it's not going to smear. Brushed off a little bit of my concealer, which is okay because I'm just going to get a little bit, like literally a little bit, and go in with that brush that I used to clean up my eyeliner. And I'm just tapping it in. Then what I'm going to do is get that Catrice and set it again. And that's really it. That's it. After 20 steps, that's it. For my lower lashes, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout. And this is actually in collaboration with Drybar. So I used to work at Drybar. They made the packaging like the actual brush. So I like to use this one for my lower lash. And then I like to just run whatever's left on the brush onto my top lash. So with highlight, I'm going to be using the Milani's Stellar Lights highlighter palette. Really pretty, very pigmented. Milani does some really pretty luminous colors. So I'm gonna go with this and use that middle color. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics number 16 brush that looks just like this. And then what I like to do is look for the high point, like from the light, smile, and apply that right at the high point of where the light hits. So right here, it would be here. I don't know if you guys can see that glow right there, but so freaking pretty. Another technique I like to do is apply my highlighter before my blush, but I got too excited with the blush, so that's why I applied it before the highlighter. Just gonna go back with my blush brush. It's kind of hard to say. Blush brush. Just like that. And the one I'm using is the Wet n Wild. So if you guys notice, a lot of my brushes are affordable brushes too. So I'll list those at the bottom as well. So let's go in with this peachy one. I don't remember how this one looks on me, so if I look freaking crazy, I'm just gonna take it off. This is the Scenic Route. Scenic? Yeah, Scenic Route. Oh, okay, yeah, very subtle. Boy, very subtle. Ooh, starting to look really light. Anything. So, one thing about me, guys, I don't like bright ass lip to wear like every day. I'm a very neutral type of girl for my lips. This one feels really dry. Let me just, there we go. Mix it a little bit. No, guys, no. Should I do a gloss? Let's see. This is the Ultra Gloss Lip with, oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher her name. Ellery? I think that's her name. Ellery with Color Pop. So let's see. Okay, yeah. I love the warm toned. Oh, I just remembered why I don't really wear this. So I have Invisalign, and if you guys have worn Invisalign before, you guys know that everything gets on the Invisalign, like makeup wise. I try to wear a lot of matte colors so it's not transferable, because it does tend to get on my trays. I just have to be super careful and do a teeth check so that I can make sure there isn't any on my teeth. I'm just going to set everything, and I like to use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I like to go in pretty heavy with this one, and I know I look drenched, but because, like I said, I don't touch up, I don't do the most with my makeup. I like, once I set it, I don't want to have to worry about it, except my lip, you know, well, but that's a given, like depending on what lip product you're using. So just gonna fan it out with my handy dandy mirror. All right guys, so this is the finished result. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a like, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe down below. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!